He wants to go back. I want to go back to the farm, back far away from home, with a milk pail on my arm. I miss the rooster, the one that used to wake me up at 4 a.m. down on the farm.
I'm Scott Bame. They call me the old farmer. Several of my friends wanted me to do a video about cable television. When I get a phone solicitation, I explain that I will not do subscription television until it's formatted properly. Then I take about 5 minutes and explain it to them. I must reference that I have been on a couple of city cable commissions, one as the vice chair. I tend to let others carry the bureaucracy while I dig in and do the research. One of the cable commissions, I created more than 3,000 pages of documentation that needed to be understood by the commission in order to perform responsibly. Each report carried a 2-page synopsis of the report. I think that's what most commissioners read.
So I will tell you how I believe subscription television should be formatted and why. There are a couple of satellite subscription services, a couple or 3 major cable companies such as Comcast, many local companies, and various other formats that are similar in operation of a cable company. The average cable company offers about 200 channels with maybe a few set aside up in the hinterland channels for government and schools. Then there are a few premium channels that cost more than the minimum monthly subscription fee, such as HBO. Some cable companies offer their own programming channels. Sometimes they offer radio and music channels. Some are at an additional charge. Lately, these companies are starting to offer internet and phone services. In some areas, the local utilities are hooking up to the cable company to read utility meters. Other than the local television channels, which they don't touch, some will run them through the system. Others will attach an outboard antenna to bring in the local stations. Originally, cable companies were created as community antenna systems for those areas having trouble receiving television signals. It may be because the community is hidden away in a valley blocked by high hills or mountains. A tower was built and antennas were added for specific channels and pointed at the transmitter site to receive the signals. Then slowly other channels were added to make for a 12-channel system. To make more channels, a mid-band converter box was installed that moved the channels to another part of the spectrum through the cable and then literally transmit the box's signal on channel 2, 3, or 4 to your television. As technology improved, more channels could be added, and either the community antenna system provided their own programming or downloaded from satellite programming channels that cost the antenna system a fee, which was marked up for profit to the home. These systems were slowly bought out, and larger cable companies began to grow, offering more programming choices. Then these companies were bought out to become regional and then national systems. In areas not worth investing in building a network, local cable companies again served these communities. So independent companies began to create their own cable channels. Many were bought out by other companies. Some were started or bought by television networks. Since these were not over-the-air television stations, as are the local television stations, they were not subject to the FCC television programming rules. Programming became 50% program and 50% commercial time. These programming channels were offered for a fee to cable companies to supplement their channel lineups. These fees were, of course, passed on to subscribers. The commercial-free channels were at a higher fee structure. When HBO or similar commercial-free channels were offered at $25 per month to the subscriber, the typical cost to the cable company was $2 per subscriber per month. With the channels inserting approximately 50% commercials, half were given to the cable company to sell and insert their own commercials. Since all overhead was covered by subscriber fees, the cable companies could offer to local advertisers as low as $1 per 30-second commercial or even less with bulk commercial purchases. Whereas as low as a main channel radio station could offer for the same commercial would be about $5 for a 30-second commercial. The local TV station's lowest price might be $20 per 30-second commercial. The local daily newspaper might offer a full-page ad at $1,500, with the highest per-inch price being with the want ads at maybe $15 an inch, which if equated out to a full-page ad might be $50,000 for that page. Other media outlets couldn't compete with subscription services. The first thing to go was real news gathering, which is very expensive. As the cost of broadcast facilities skyrocket, the cost of the mortgages drove the salaries almost down to nothing for the broadcast people. Most people in broadcasting, with the exception of key personalities, could be on welfare or make more flipping burgers at the local hamburger joint. If my information is correct, the local CBS television affiliate sold about 20 years ago for $70 million. Just the principal payment would take most of the ad revenue for the year. A local radio station sold for $50 million, 4 times the year's revenue received in advertising dollars. Subscription services are literally killing the local broadcasters, newspapers, and magazines. How then should subscription or cable TV be structured? We need to have everything flipped around. Each cable channel is similar to a TV station. Make the channel stand on its own ad revenue. Pay the cable company a small fee for allowing their services on their system. The subscribers would not be charged anything for television services except for the commercial-free channels. Why should we pay to have all those commercials thrown at us? The price of a newspaper used to be to cover the distribution cost of the paper, not the paper itself. Similarly, for magazines, the subscription price covered the mailing of the magazine to addresses that it serves. The subscription services would make enough to keep the doors open from the satellite channels. Their half of the commercial time would be where they make their money. The local ABC, CBS, and NBC stations get only 4 minutes of commercial time for local commercials during prime time and 6 minutes during off-peak times per hour. If the TV station can survive with advertising support, so can the cable company with 200 channels, possibly 150 with commercial availability. Besides that, the cable companies can offer for a fee internet, phone, and utilities monitoring in order to generate revenue. The satellite subscription services have an extremely reduced cost to maintain their service to the subscribers and should be very comfortable offering free services except for non-commercial channels. Why should we pay to have commercial after commercial shoved down our throats? If anything, we should be paid maybe $50 a month to allow their services in our homes. If we want terrestrial broadcasting to survive, we need to even the playing field so that we can have our cake and eat it too. As a point of interest, I only subscribed to cable TV while I was on a cable commission board. I get more than enough television without cable, and I'm not going to pay them to throw all those commercials at me. I hope this has helped with understanding subscription services. It's time we take back the control of our televisions and stop this very high drain on our wallets. Well, this is the Old Farmer. Be well.
Don't forget to click like and click subscribe on the Old Farmer YouTube channel, and thanks again for watching. Bye.
The VFW National Home for Children, providing families of veterans and active duty military opportunities for growth and development in a nurturing community. Please consider a donation to help their children and families. I.C. Rhodes speaking.